The ballots have been cast.
It feels like democracy in action.
And now the counting begins in what could be the most consequential election in a generation.
My vote will make a difference.
At stake, who controls the power from Washington, D.C. to Washington State, and who makes the decisions that will impact your family, your finances, your freedoms, and your future. KOMO News starts now. Welcome to a special edition of KOMO News on this election night. The deadline for returning ballots has passed at 8 o'clock, but as you can see, there's still a lot of activity at King County Election Headquarters in Renton.
With the voting period officially over, we now wait for the first results to drop, which should happen within the next 10 to 15 minutes. Here's a live look inside the respective Democrat and Republican watch parties, where candidates and supporters are anxiously waiting to see what happens. Tonight, KOMO has a team of reporters covering the big races up and down the ballot and getting reaction from voters.
We begin with the race for governor. KOMO's Michelle Esteban is covering the Dave Reichert campaign. We want to start with senior reporter Chris Daniels live in Seattle with the Bob Ferguson campaign. Chris, what's the mood there right now?
Well, they are watching some of the results and some of the projections right now for the West Coast as polls have now closed. Let's get straight to the source. Shasti Conrad, she is the Washington State Democratic Party chair. We're about to get the state numbers dropping. First of all, how do you feel about where things stand with the state races?
Here in Washington, I think we're feeling really strong. I know they just closed, but we've had all this momentum. All these volunteers have been out, feeling really good about where we're going to land here in Washington.
I know for the last few hours you've been here at the convention center downtown, also watching the national numbers. I've noticed the vibe in the room has changed here in the last hour. How do you view the results as we're seeing the race for the White House?
I think here in Washington, we know that we need to count every vote, and that often means that it's a couple days after Election Day. So we're teaching the rest of the country that we got to make sure we take the time and count every single vote. Certainly, we would love to be able to call it right away, but it's going to take a couple of days. And, you know, we've been nauseously optimistic, that pit in the stomach, but we're still hopeful we'll pull this out.
Quick question, metrics that you're looking at tonight in terms of the state races?
Certainly looking at turnout. We wanted to see enthusiasm. We're looking around the state to see how we're performing in the urban areas, but also in places like the 14th Legislative District in Yakima and down in Vancouver and those areas. But we're seeing that you know, we should be on track to where we won in 2022 and 2018 big.
Shasti Conrad, she's the chair of the Washington State Democrats. Thank you very much. Let's turn it over to my colleague, Michelle Esteban, who is at the Washington GOP headquarters on the east side. Michelle?
Chris, thanks very much. Two very different parties, two very different candidates, but certainly the same reaction. We've got a very jubilant crowd here, and must I say, a confident crowd. I've been hearing words like, this is an historic night. That is reaction to what is happening on the national stage. Here inside the ballroom at the Hyatt, it is standing room only. And as we pan across the room, I'm seeing just a who's who of Republicans. One of them is the Washington State GOP chair, Jim Walsh, who told me, like Dave Reichert, he is confident that he can win this race and that it is going to be tight and close. Here's what he had to say.
But the key part in the governor's race is Ferguson doesn't have the kind of lead you would expect a three-term statewide elected liberal Democrat to have in Washington. A ham sandwich progressive polls about 55% in Washington, and he's struggling at like 51%. So that's opportunity for Reichert.
Okay, so now what's interesting about that, and I want to point out, is that our own KOMO News Strategies 360 poll done in October, we asked folks, if you were to vote today, who would you vote for? 51% came in for Ferguson, 41% for Dave Reichert, 8% undecided. Even if Dave got the 8%, he certainly would still be behind. But that is not something that the folks here are ready to accept or even think is going to happen. We're back out here live, and you can see this crowd very confident, as I mentioned at the top of this report. Dave Reichert with his family right now. We're expecting to see him shortly once those numbers drop. We'll bring him to you as soon as he speaks and shows up here. Back to you, reporting live. I'm Michelle Esteban, KOMO News.
Okay, thanks, Michelle. We'll see you soon. As we wait for state results to come in, we're also keeping track of the race for the White House. The latest results of the popular vote from the Associated Press between Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Trump. You can see them there. Former President Trump there at 52%, Kamala Harris there at 46%.
And take a look at the current electoral count as well. There's a lot of red on your screen, and so far, of course, too early to call, but the numbers reflect that as well. Trump with 214 electoral votes compared to Harris's 179. And remember, it takes 270 votes to clinch the presidency. Tonight, KOMO has invited a group of voters of different backgrounds and political ideologies to join us as the election unfolds.
Lenan Nguyen live tonight here at KOMO Plaza with what they have to say about all that's happening tonight. Lenan?
Yeah, Mary and Preston, you know, we've been watching those results come in all night. We have a panel of voters here from all across the region, from the east side to here in Seattle to the south sound. I want to start off with Dan Howes, your grocery worker out of Seattle. What do you think so far about the results we've seen come in so far?
Well, it's a lot closer than I would like, so it's keeping us in suspense. But I think based on how Kamala Harris has campaigned, I think she's going to end up winning the blue wall states of Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, because I think when the Democrats actually campaign in those states, they win them. I also think she's going to do well in Nevada, but it is a lot closer than I would like. So we're still in suspense.
And we also have Dana Hill here out of Tacoma, your community organizer. Dana, when you were filling out your ballot this year, just kind of what were the issues that were on your mind when you were filling that out?
I am a girl power kind of gal, and so super concerned about women's rights, but also as a black woman, super concerned about just some of the rhetoric that I'm hearing, some of the violence that seems to all of a sudden be acceptable. Considering that we are supposed to be the adults in the room, super concerned about how seemingly everybody seems to have just let the ethics go out the door. And I'm wondering why, what it means, what will it mean? Is this the new normal? Is it okay to be mean? Is it okay to just come out and be misogynistic? So concerned just about where we're going. I'm all for going forward. And I'm super nervous right now. And not for any one way or the other, but just for the new norm that I don't really know what that's going to look like.
All right, well, we'll continue to watch those results and continue to check in with you throughout the night. We'll send it back to you.
Lenan, thank you. And we're joined now by KOMO News political analyst Ron Dotzauer of Strategies 360. A lot to discuss right now. Okay, initial thoughts on what the polls seem to show, what the numbers seem to be.
Well, it's as we sort of predicted. It's going to be a long night. It's going to be very close at the end of the day. And my suspicion in the presidential race, we're not going to know tonight. Okay, we're going to be a day or two out. There's a lot of votes to be counted in some pretty key states like Michigan and Wisconsin, and Georgia's changing a little bit now too. Although it's interesting where Trump has actually outperformed in some of the rural areas, even some of his expectations on those numbers. Oh. And so we'll see. But again, it's going to be a long night, and it's going to be a very close race. It could be like a 270 to 268 electoral count, something like that. It's crazy.
Closing arguments. Let's talk a little bit about that, because we're seeing the rural counties in some spots really perform well for Trump tonight.
Yes.
And we know the closing argument has been talked about a lot here, both from the Trump side and the Harris side. Your thoughts tonight as we're seeing the results come in?
Yeah, again, I thought in terms of the closing arguments, I thought in the last 7 days she's outperformed him in the closing arguments, that he seemed to be a little bit more on the defensive. But it doesn't seem to be showing that up in the numbers, okay? And so, that means we maybe miscalculated that a little bit. But again, what we do know is this. It's going to be a very tight race. It may be a 1 or 2 point margin when the outcome is all settled and done. Even if there's certain performance levels over expectations, I think it's going to be extraordinarily close. And again, at one point we said it could be a week before we know the results. I don't know if we'll go a week, but it's going to be several days.
I have to ask you, because, I mean, you're in the polling business, you've done this. How truthful, Ron, are voters?
Because otherwise, how else could you account for any potential surprises that happen? Because that's not what they said during the exit polls and
Yes.
things of that nature.
It is an inexact science, that's for darn sure. And there's a margin of error within it. Even though within a polling, they'll say, well, the margin of error is 3.5% or 4%. Well, that can go either way. So you have a margin of error of almost 7% in some cases. So it's it's not an exact science. It just gives you, people have to understand it's a benchmark in time. It's not necessarily a predictor of outcomes all the time.
A benchmark in time. All right, Ron Dotzauer, I know you're sticking around all evening. Thanks so much.
And as we mentioned at the top of the newscast here, we are just minutes away from the first round of Washington results in the 2024 general election. Taking a live look inside King County Elections headquarters in Renton, where ballot sorting, verification, and counting continues. KOMO's Paul Rivera continues our team coverage live tonight with the very latest on voter turnout. Paul?
Yeah, turnout was pretty big today. This place was packed. Now that voting has closed, this place is cleared out now. But come over here, take a look at this. You can't put your ballot in here anymore. Ballot box is now closed. That happened at 8 p.m. Let's go ahead and show you some video we got earlier today from inside the King County Elections HQ earlier in the day. You'll see a line of people who were looking to register to vote to then cast their ballot. Then there were plenty of people driving up or walking up to the ballot box in the parking lot to drop their ballots in. Now, there's been a lot of questions about security of these ballots after ballots in a box were burned in Vancouver, but I'm told here in King County, these boxes, they have fire suppression devices in them, and they are staffed. They were staffed today with security as well. Now, people we talked with today voted for multiple reasons. Here's some of what they had to say.
We need cheaper gas because the energy is the most important thing for the economy to improve.
I really think it's important for affordable housing and being able to hold people accountable who cause harm, especially for crimes against children and intimate partner violence. So I really like that Kamala was a prosecutor.
Okay, let's take you now inside of the Elections HQ, where employees, they've been verifying signatures, inspecting ballots, and tallying those results. Now, King County, they are projecting 82% ballots returned by the end of this election. And if that happens, that would be some of the highest turnout in the country, they say. But it would still be short of the 86.5% who voted in 2020, which was a record for them. We should find out those first results in just a few minutes now. But again, voting is done. You see it right here, King County closed. The ballot box is closed up. Now they're just going to look through those votes, tally those results. For now, we'll send it back to you.
Paul, thank you. We're just getting started tonight with our special election coverage. We'll have more in just a couple of minutes. Remember, KOMO is a team of reporters spread out across our region following the election. When we're not on the air, be sure to follow them on social media for updates and late-breaking developments as they happen.